More than 1,200 sex offenders are missing in the state of Missouri, and attorneys make out like bandits again in another FCRA class action settlement. We have all this and more in today's Screening News Update. Missouri officials have lost track of more than 1,200 sex offenders. Those convicted of sex crimes in the state are required to register with their local law enforcement, verify that information every 90 days, and notify officials if they move or any information changes. But due to inadequate enforcement, a huge group is now unaccounted for. Nearly 800 of those who are missing were convicted of Tier 3 offenses, the worst of these crimes often involving children. Failure to comply with these registration rules is a felony, but a report from the state's auditor's office says warrants have only been issued for about 10% of those in violation. The report gave recommendations, but there is no word yet on how state law enforcement is going to tackle this problem. Petco has reached a settlement in a class action lawsuit that accused the retailer of failing to provide adequate notice to job applicants that they'd be subject of a background check. In Feist v. Petco Animal Supplies, there is actually a class and a subclass. The first class alleges the company did not provide a proper disclosure or authorization during the hiring process. The subclass says the company also failed to follow the adverse action procedure required by the FCRA. A district court judge in California approved the $1.2 million settlement. Each member of the class will get about $20. Those in the adverse action part of the case could see up to $150. The attorneys walk away with more than $300,000. According to the National Law Review, such FCRA cases rose 4% in 2018, and the number is expected to rise in the new year. Senator Mark Warner hopes a new bill will help modernize the federal government's antiquated security clearance system. On December 6th, he introduced Senate Bill 3724, or the Modernizing the Trusted Workforce for the 21st Century Act. This bill is in response to a report from the Government Accountability Office that shows the 70-year-old system is too complex, too expensive, and has led to massive backlogs. The new legislation would require the creation of a new security clearance process and a plan to clear the 700,000-person backlog by the end of 2019. It would also mandate the funding needed to fix the system and to strengthen the entire vetting process. And that's all for today. Be sure to join us every week for more news, and be sure to check out ebiinc.com for more screening information. I'm Jennifer Gladstone. See you next time.